I'm jacked.
Jack to the dress.
Looks as good as on paper. We're in the kill zone, pal. We're locked and loaded.
Hi there guys, welcome back into this session as we are viewing a very mixed bag in the market today, to be honest, across the heat map, just on TradingView here. Going to have a quick look at legacy markets, see what's going on there. We're going to have a quick top-down view of Bitcoin before diving into the all-seeing eye, that is the trader platform with the OBD. Have a look at some levels as some interesting levels are starting to appear. So yeah, really mixed bag today. Across the board, to be honest. Nice performing day for a Monday again on Bitcoin, which was interesting and caught me off guard because this was yesterday morning. Nice dip down. We've got the TRDR BTC Diamond from the weekly open. We got a wick down. Really nice response there, but then seeing that in a European session, I was of the thought of, yeah, okay, this is just going to probably hold here and get no volume. Go for a run. Come back home. Oh my god, look at that. Unbelievable. And big rise in open interest as well. And then to be honest, we kind of hung around here and pushed a little bit further into the European session. Really interesting to see. But yeah, nice one. Anyone who played that, really well done. But yeah, interesting mixed bag across the watch lists today on crypto. Quick check of legacy market. Dixie pulling down a little bit. Gold still pushing those highs. S&P E-mini future still pushing the highs. Nvidia just pulling back a little bit here. Something of a reminder on Nvidia. They've got their conference coming up this weekend, I think. So they're having a weekend barbecue jolly. Reminder again, keep an eye on RNDR because they have got a couple of devs talking at that conference, I do believe still. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. All right. So let's have a little top-down view of Bitcoin. Weekly is obviously going to look absolutely shit hot, as we say over here. Nothing to see here, sir. Carry on. Again, as always, just be aware of where the comet's tail is lower if you are lucky enough to get some hazardous drops down and flushes in OI. Just mark out some levels low. But yeah, looking really nice. Where does it go? Not got a clue. Which is funny to say, but yeah, we just keep an eye on the order flow and see where it goes. You know, I've got no doubt we're going to tap 80k at some point in the very near future, as we'll jump into the TRDR console in a second, have a look at the order flow, but supply is getting soaked up. Daily time frame trending very aggressively. Weekly open just down here, 69k. Won't surprise me to come and chop this area out a little bit. Pulling fibs, but you can pull those all you want. We're getting shallow pullbacks at the minute. 4 hour, again, looking really nice. Weekly open back here. You can pull all the fibs in you want in the world, but where we're going, you're probably not going to need some classic TA at some point. Got some EMAs down here at your golden pocket as well. So yeah, for any real wick down, yeah, 67, 68k is going to keep you on trend, look really nice. Even a really nasty one down to 65k-ish is still going to look good. Let's go to 1 hour. 1 hour, keep moving my all-time high marker up, but yeah, just pushing down a little bit. Weekly VBAP as we see here at 71. Again, weekly open just down there. Couple of order blocks lower. I don't think we do these all in one clip unless we get some real violence and open interest and funding flush. And your 1 hour EMA just coming down there at 67. So yeah, any move down here, really nice. It's just going to give you a lot of opportunity, I would say. Monthly open still a lot lower. Again, I don't think we get down to those kind of levels unless we get some really harsh flush. Okay, so yeah, something to see. What I want to do is, because there's some interesting levels developing, let's jump into the trader console and have a look at some data. Right, here we are guys then, just on the multiverse at the minute, because I've got my eye on a few different things at the minute. Ethereum, doing very similar to Bitcoin, to be honest, isn't it? But look at the levels developing on Bitcoin, they're really interesting. Engine, interestingly enough, is also just hitting some supply above. Maybe it needs another rotation and to auction a little bit lower before a volley back up and trend continuation. And Solana has been a little bit stagnant over the last 24 hours. Nice little push up there. since it looks like it's going for that trend continuation as well. Okay, so let's dive into a little bit of Bitcoin here and have a look at some top levels. So yeah, this was our wick down yesterday. Well done if you caught that. That was like a Sunday night, Monday morning Asian Open BTC Diamond there from the TRDR console. Seeing this top level and supply covering again, but the market has obviously just pushed it through that supply. And we did mention last week that, you know, once this supply, let me just zoom in a little bit there, once this supply has been eaten, no doubt you are going to get trend continuation. And what do we see here from one of the biggest exchanges, which is Binance Spot USDT at the minute? Top levels here, which are your resting limit orders, still following up. Okay, let's flick through another few exchanges. Let's have a look at Coinbase. So Coinbase have still got some supply here. I'm still of the frame of mind that this is kind of like your old all-time high. Sellers just coming out of position a bit. You know, it's probably not people getting rid of all spot exposure. It's probably people just taking a little bit of risk off the table as we hit these zones. Yeah, I mean, soon we are going to be in very, very uncharted waters as we float up. And it's going to be more difficult for just simply trading the derivatives, to be honest, as we go up and explore those zones. For me personally, I love to trade a range, so this kind of really trending price action is not favourable to me, to be honest. So yeah, really lower the leverage button, and if you're in spot, just enjoy your spot position, and yeah, turn it down a little bit on the leverage. For me, you know, if you're in a range like we're in December, that's where you know, my personal edge would really come in. Trade that all day long, but when you're trending, you've just got to kind of enjoy it really and go with it. And especially when you're, you know, potentially going to start hitting these uncharted waters. All right. So Bitfinex, basically their supply's been soaked up, and they're now looking at, you're almost looking at, I know we're at all-time highs, but you're almost looking at a supply to resistance, resistance to supply flip. As you can see in the lower areas here, they start to actually produce some bid, and that's interesting to see from USD as well there. So 67.3. So yeah, coming in at some of those golden pocket areas from the classic tier. Don't always go by your classic tier. The order flow is king. But yeah, nice to see that from Bitfinex. Actually, first time I've just seen that today with you guys here. Let's have a look what Bitstamp's doing. No particular edge from Bitstamp, to be honest. They often do give a little clue of direction when they start to just bid, but they do tend to chase a little bit there. Kraken, nice levels again, coming in 68k and a little bit lower, but I don't think you get there in one clip. But yeah, nice to see 68, 67k, little bit of confluence across the exchanges there. USD version of Kraken, again, ready a little bit lower, just like your Bitfinex USD. Let's have a look at Qcoin, and again, Qcoin, so it's really nice to see. It's just so not like the previous time we were at all-time highs back in 2021 and 22. When you've got spot markets prepared to bid up, now you are talking 5 to 10% lower. These guys, you know, if they don't get that, what they're going to do is just start following up. But it's really nice to see, I do have to say. Let's have a look at what Binance Perps are doing. Again, when you see the bands like this, it's indicative of trend continuation. Really nice BTC Diamond, if anyone was awake to actually catch that. I know a couple of guys did in the socials, you absolute degenerates awake at that time of night, depending on your time zone. But yeah, really nice. Let's go and have a look at some OBC quickly and volume. Okay, so you're gonna have some big liquidity gaps to the top side now, so you can play these if you're day trading. Obviously, these are just going to be your kind of wick spaces, but yeah, I mean, you've got some big liquidity gaps up now. If you get any violence downwards, I would say that's when you need to concentrate on the downward gaps. So you can see there between 71 and 70, not too far away at all, but that's your wick space. Okay, just on a 4-day there. Obviously, let's just zoom in a little bit. Yep, similar there on the 2-day, which I do like. So yeah, you can mark these up. I know in the socials a few guys mark these up from a 12-hour 1-day and 2-day. But yeah, and then you can just see that people are having to chase up now. So last week, obviously, we had a load of order blocks a lot lower, and those guys just weren't getting fills whatsoever. And so, I mean, this is spot market as well. These guys are having to chase up now, okay? So yeah, open interest quite high here. Would be nice to see a little flush. Makes for better trading as well, I do believe. As the volume comes off, just starting to see retail coming a little bit there as funding. Not too bad actually. It's actually funding's not as bad as yesterday. I saw it hit 0.09 one point yesterday on Bybit. Binance would have been very similar, but it's still pretty hot funding, but it has cooled off from yesterday, which is interesting to see. Quick liquidity check. We know that open interest is really high. Let me just go to a 1 hour. Yeah, hitting some highs on open interest, but the actual order books look pretty chill here as we have killed off some supply. So yeah, really, really nice to see. What we'll do is we won't dive into altcoins too much right now. We're going to be live at the US session. All right, so join us there as we dive into the trader console. If you've got any questions at all with regards to the market or the trader console, if you're new or not to the trader console, just jump in with us. You know, quite more often than not, some guys jump in the chat and give us some good coins to look at. We had a look at Cyber last week. That was a nice mover. I think Sushi was good the other week as well. Really, really nice movers. I think a couple of the guys got Sol a week or so ago as well. So you get some really nice price action while we're on the live. But also, if you've got any questions or anything to look at, we can jump in and have a look at that. All right, guys, live at the US session. Join us there. Share the video if it's of any use. Give it a like if you have liked it as well, if you can, please. And we'll see you all at the US session. Cheers.
It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.